All right, so welcome to Bench to Bold. I'm Alisa.
And I'm Marnie.
And today we have Panther legend Trey Boston
Yeah.
with us. Oh my gosh, we have an exciting show today. We're going to talk about Padel.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
All right.
I'm a tennis player. I want to try Padel, but
Come on.
yeah.
Listen, so I'm going to tell you right now, there's a fight right now between the name Padel and Paddle.
Is it Padel? Am I saying it wrong?
It's not as you're saying it wrong.
Okay.
There's a fight inside the United States for if it's Paddle and Padel.
Okay, well, what is it?
I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let the people know.
Okay.
I think we should start calling it Paddle.
Okay, so why was it Padel at first and why
All right,
this
this is why I'm going to give you the two reasons why it was called Padel. All right, so up north, they play platform tennis. It's always played in the cold. It's similar. It's played inside of a cage, and they want to call that sport paddle. But no, it's called platform tennis. No, it's called platform tennis.
Louder for everybody
No,
else.
it's called platform tennis.
I've never even heard of platform tennis.
Yes.
You live up north.
Yeah, I have heard. Yes, like in Rochester, New York.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. See,
Okay.
she knows.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Marnie
so
knows everything.
Come on, Marnie knows.
Thank you.
So then, as well as paddle said around the world, when you get to the Spanish, they say, "Hey, paddle." Oh, padel.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Padel. So then we were like, as Americans,
I say it like this, Padel, because I'm
so
from the
then
country.
we heard it from them and we're like,
three
oh,
syllables.
Padel.
Yeah, Padel.
So
Padel.
they were like, no, like I've been with the top of the top. They say, no, it's paddle tray.
Paddle.
I'm like, okay, I got y'all. So when you now hear people say Padel or Padel, tell them paddle.
I can say,
Right.
no, I'm going to correct
It's
you.
paddle.
It's
So
paddle.
I just taught y'all something new today.
Okay.
That's right. Learning is key.
It's key. We
It's
learn
key.
something new every day.
Every day.
You know what I'm saying? So right
Multiple
now,
times a day,
there's-
sometimes.
there's still a fight.
Yes.
So right now, people call it both. You have most Americans still saying Padel.
Have you called it Padel in the
Yes,
past?
I did at one
Okay.
point. I did. And so I got coached up.
I think paddle's better.
it is.
It just, I think certainly for the American audience,
is.
Yeah.
it's better. Padel is, it's a
It's
different.
like trying to say paddle fancy.
Yeah, I think that I think you made a good choice. Now,
I'm
who's the
just-
governing body of paddle?
Okay, so they have their own governing body, which is Federation of International Paddle, is FIP, and they now have just continued to grow the brand, whether it's through FIP usually has its own tournaments. They're not the best league though, so they have their own governing body, but there is a league that is Premier Padel, which is of the best players, and they go around internationally, even to come to America for the last 2 years, and they play all around. So it's been it's fun to just follow what the FIP has done, the growth of the sport, but also Premier Padel taking it to the next level with the professionals.
Okay, so you're an athlete. We know
Yes.
that. You're a great athlete.
Oh, thank you.
You're a legend.
Thank you.
What got you interested in paddle?
Okay, so what got me interested in, I was in the DR with my wife vacationing on our anniversary, and we were just playing tennis, just rallying back and forth.
Had you played tennis before? Or you were just on vacation and said, let's just go play tennis?
No. So like still an athlete, so I play a little bit of tennis.
You can pick things up quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
so like
as
me and the wife have definitely like been in college at the tennis courts playing a little bit, near the house playing a little bit. So while we're on vacation, we like to get a workout in while we're on vacation in the morning. So we went to go play tennis. When we were done rallying back and forth, they were like, hey, we have this new paddle, which is different. It's a different shape of a paddle and a new sport. Here you go. Now the sport isn't new. It's 69, Acapulco, Mexico. It's not new. But for me, they're telling me it's new. Now they don't know I'm an athlete. So I'm like, all right, let's play. So I play the employees. Me and the wife, I tear them up. So day one, I tear them up. I'm kind of hooked. I'm like, all right, I come back day two. Like, I tear him up again. Like
You
now,
probably didn't
For money?
sleep.
no
You
no
probably
money,
didn't
no.
sleep thinking about
You're at
going to play
resorts,
paddle.
you don't want, you want a tip. You don't want to take their money. You know what I'm saying? So I gave him a tip to whoop up on him. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. It was fun. It was entertainment.
So it
I'm
was
going
fun.
to pay you to whip your
I'm
butt.
gonna pay you to stay here and let me whoop on you. You know what I'm saying? So it got to the point where 2 days in, I'm whooping up on them. Day three, I got blessed. I come back again, day three. and I play some Chileans. And the Chileans tell me all about the sport. They, tell me, hey, it's big in Argentina, Spain, started in Mexico, and Chile has been getting big for the last, 6-7 years. So then, they're telling me about the best players and everything, and I come back. So I'm like, okay, should I go to my home in Florida or should I go to my home here in Charlotte? And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to come back to Charlotte because I seen there was courts closer to my home. So then I come out here. I start playing like once a week. And really that got me into the sport, into like the transition of like going to tournaments, meeting all the biggest names, biggest coaches, biggest CEOs, biggest owners, you name it, founders. Like I met them all. Like they all like a figure in this sport now. So it's like, yeah, that was the beginning. The Dominican Republic was the beginning of Trey getting into paddle.
And how many years ago was that?
That was July 2024. So,
so really
almost 2
recent.
years. Yeah, almost 2 years now. But yeah, recent. Like, yeah.
All right, so Trey, so let's just back up a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so you're an incredible athlete.
Yeah.
You're playing professional football.
Yeah.
Then you retire.
Uh-huh.
But you obviously are very driven and have a lot of things that you want to accomplish.
Yeah.
What were you doing then? So what is this transition from retiring from the NFL and then saying now what? Were you looking for things to do?
No. When I retired, I had a very easy transition. I'll just be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of guys have the transition
No,
that I
they
had.
don't.
Soon as I retired, ACC Network called me. I didn't even retire. It was in the middle of like, hey, we don't know if you're playing this year, but we would love you to come on our network, have a TV show 3 hours a day. I was hosting with Mark Packer, Taylor Tannenbaum, who's all over ESPN these days. And literally 3 hours a day, 4 through 7, Monday through Friday. And just having that talk show with them was fun. That was literally after I retired. In the middle of doing that show, I got a call from the Weather Channel asking me, hey, do you want to do a show with us? You and your wife renovating homes hit by natural disasters. So then I went on to do that show, renovating homes all over the nation, whether it was, being in the bayou where you got to take boats to the houses, whether that was being in the middle of Mississippi, Oklahoma, Arkansas. I got to start the show off in my hometown. We had just got hit by Hurricane Ian. So they allowed me to do 2 homes in my hometown, and that was like the best.
And where in Florida is that?
Fort Myers, Florida.
Okay. Oh,
So
I love
yeah,
Fort Myers.
yeah. What you know about it, Marnie? What you know about
I
Fort
know
Myers?
about the Fort Myers Miracle, which was the minor league team.
Yeah.
Right? And I know I spent some time
What
in
you
Fort
know about the
Myers.
Miracles, Marnie? I see you, girl.
And the Boys and Girls Club at Fort
Yeah,
Myers.
yeah.
I did a lot of work with Major League Baseball
Yeah.
and so I love
see you,
Fort
girl.
Myers.
Okay.
It's a great community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Hammond Stadium is a
Yeah.
great, which is where their minor league team plays.
Yeah.
And now they're the Fort Myers Miracle.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The crazy thing is they just changed it again.
They did?
Fort Myers, like
Oh no, wait, they did. It's the Muscles, the Mighty Muscles.
Yeah,
they
Mighty
were the
Muscles.
Miracle. Then they were,
I was sad,
and they were
man.
their mascot was the tree.
Yeah, I used to love
I
our
know.
logo, the M with the
Yeah.
palm tree.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, I used to love
Yeah,
it.
now
So
they're the Muscles.
I see you know a little
But,
something,
you know,
Marnie. I
yeah.
see you, girl. So
And Fort Myers did get really destroyed.
it did.
It did.
It did.
was
So to start
really
that show
rough.
there was really big for me, and that was so fun. So after I got done with that show, we got bought into syndication, which was something that the network didn't even like. They were a little upset at because the name of the game is to sell your show. That's the name of the game. And they ended up telling us like, yeah, we were a little upset that we sold it early. Like we didn't expect you guys to be that good. And it was truthful, for them. And we got sold into syndication, and then it led me to work with Byron Allen's HBCU Go. So what you see is like college game day.
Mm-hmm.
I did that for HBCUs. And then the next year, Panthers were like, hey, you could stay home and just do us a show weekly. And I was like, well, I could do that. One thing people know about me is I love to be around my family, my kids, my wife. So I take pride in taking my kids to school each morning, picking them up from school. Literally, I'll leave here, go pick up my son, dropped off both of them this morning. And, for me, I wanted opportunities in life that did not keep me from being a father or husband. And that's just how life has been. God has been good to me to put me in just avenues that, a lot of guys have trouble finding work, but I've always just like jobs have always found me. I told somebody just like last month, like I've never had to, I struggled on the word, like, what's it called when you're trying to get a job? And then I got home and I was like, oh, apply.
Yeah.
I've never had to apply for a job, you know, and I'm like so thankful because I've always tried to do God's will, and God has always put in my path the right things to do and just stuff that I love and just for my family. So that's been my life. And I did a lot of commercial real estate while I was playing. So that helps me be financially free now that I'm done playing. Now I get to do the things that I love because I have the residual incomes. I have the checks that hit the bank account every month that I'm not worried about working jobs that I don't love. That's my biggest thing is I want everybody to work jobs that they love so they don't feel like it's work. And that's the part where, yeah, man, God has truly blessed me with just being able to, hey, Trey, one day I'm here, one day I'm there, one day I'm out of country. And then I'll tell you like, oh, I'm free. And the next thing you know, I'm just out of country for real. Right? So it's been a blessing.
Well, I think that also, I mean, and first of all, that's a great story. And when you do things that are rooted in authenticity and being genuine and working your behind off and having discipline and grit, that I do think that opportunities just naturally fall in your path. They just do.
Yeah.
Because people are attracted to those kind of people. And it's like, I want that guy on my team. I want that guy to be involved in what I'm doing. So it doesn't surprise me that you've never had to apply for a job. But truthfully, as an athlete, though, I mean, you've been applying yourself.
Yes.
Which is really much harder. Most people don't understand the rigors of being a professional athlete.
Yeah.
So you really have to apply yourself to many things. Yeah. All right. So now you're taking the world by storm with paddle.
Yeah.
So, all right, tell us like how people can get involved or what's the vision for paddle or where do they find it or can they go buy stuff at Academy Sports or Dick's Sporting Goods? What's happening?
So right now, the market in the United States is very small. There's two stats that I like to tell everybody when they're coming into the sport of paddle. Right now, there's about 40 to 50 million pickleball players across the world, if not more, because it's growing. 25 to 30 million of those players come from the United States of pickleball. Now, there are 35 million paddle players across the world. Only 1 million come from the United States. It's to show you how much further there is. Now, listen, this stat is what's gonna help. There's 17,000 registered courts in Spain. 17,000. Spain is not the size of Texas. There's only 1,000 recorded. Now we're probably at like 1,030-ish, but 1,000 courts in the whole United States. So I probably have close to 50 of those courts, 12 facilities that I'm invested in, and we're continuing to grow. And my part of helping people get to the sport is making it available. Right now, gear is kind of bought online. You can buy it at different spots. You can go to Racket Central. Hey, my e-commerce. Hey, one I invest in. RacketCentral.com. Go get you some gear right there.
Heard it, Racket Central.
But as well as just growing the sport. Like you want to grow the sport, get as many courts out here, many facilities, so people know about the sports. Some people still like. I have people till this day. Let me lean in. I got people till this day that will hit my DMs and tell me, Trey, I love pickleball ever since I saw you play it. Man, you got me into pickleball. And I want to let you all know, I don't play pickleball. I play paddle. So I tell people, don't hit my DMs with that disrespectful stuff or I get real disrespectful back. You know what I'm saying? No, but pickleball's cool. But yes.
People do think, so how can you explain to our audience what the difference is?
Yeah, so what it is when you have pickleball is on a smaller court than paddle. Paddle is a 10 by 20 meter court. It has glass on the back of both. So I want you to think about tennis ball and racquetball kind of having a baby. Smaller court than tennis, bigger court than pickleball. And you don't have this like plastic rinky-dink ball. Like you have a tennis ball that is just a little bit smaller and pressurized. And it has artificial turf on the ground, a regular net that's a little bit shorter than a tennis net, and you just go to town.
Now, can you play singles and doubles?
Straight doubles. Straight doubles. Okay. Now, if you play singles,
you get more out.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
Now, is it an Olympic sport yet?
So we just got into the Olympic or European Games and Asian Games as well.
Okay.
So the next step would be get into Bisbon in 2032. So they're supposed to be deciding on that pretty soon here coming up.
Is that the Olympic Committee that
Yeah,
decides?
yeah. And they've been at a lot of the tournaments the last year and a half, just trying to just see measuring up. Right now it's played, I want to believe, in 90 countries. So now it's starting to hit that point where, yeah, we can explode it, get it onto the scene. So we're hoping 32 that the Olympic takes it on, because that takes the next step inside of what America will see, because America we want steps. Like, we don't usually do academies when it comes to like soccer and football, but that's what the rest of the world does. When they see a little kid, they bring them into their academy and they grow him through an academy their whole life, or her, and get them into that sport. Well, we have a system of a kid is good, he needs to play in high school. Well, when he plays in high school, he needs to play in college. Then after college, he goes into the league. And we have to develop that for the kids. And the Olympics allows us to take the next step. Think about flag football. How much have we talked about that on the side? Yeah. Now that is a official high school sport.
Yes.
And now, guess what? Now colleges are taking it on. Yep. Now that goes on to an Olympic, and most likely you'll have a professional flag football team, league that will emerge itself as the one.
It will.
So
there will be one.
No, for sure. We know there will, because if there's an Olympics, that means there is no hope. Like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen, because if you have an Olympics, then you're most likely going to have a professional league of that. You're not just going to pop up every 4 years for this.
Especially with it seems like with the American athletes, that obviously when you think about basketball in the Olympics, they're competing as, it's the dream team, it's the all-star. So with flag football, obviously, we're going to have the most incredible athletes performing
for sure,
for the Olympics. So it's going to be so fun and exciting to watch. So that will be something fun to definitely see, the flag football in a year. That's a year from now, actually.
Yeah.
A full, in 2027.
Love it.
Yeah.
Now, is paddle in high schools and colleges yet?
Colleges are starting to play it. What we're trying to do is get colleges to adopt them onto their campuses. Mm-hmm. So if you can get 2 to 3 paddle courts on your campus, not only do you grow the sport amongst your students, but you actually get a team that has a home court.
Now, I would imagine they're much less expensive than a tennis court, correct?
How much does a tennis court cost? What are you thinking?
Well, it depends whether it's hard true or clay.
Let's go hard.
Hard, probably $100,000.
So yeah, each court is about $50,000 to $70,000. But the thing about it is, it's great real estate, because you can fit up to 2 to 3 courts on a tennis court. So while you might have somebody playing singles, probably paying $20 an hour. What are you thinking?
It depends on where you're playing.
$40 an hour.
Like 40.
If $40 an hour, you'd have 4 people paying $40 an hour on 2, 3 courts. Wow. So now you're talking about an actual money grab. How are people making money off of the facilities? Well, if you get people onto the courts, your occupancy's up. You build a community amongst your courts, giving people something to be around, be about. Everybody wants to feel like they're on a team and they're a part of something, they're a part of a community. Mm-hmm. And if you can do that, you find yourself, building those out. But going back to your question, Marnie, like, they're building as well as not only these courts on the campuses, but we're also renting out, Alisa. Like, we're renting out our courts to the whether it's the students or these college teams that are starting to build up, to finally get their teams together and bringing them to play each other. So this year we held a national championship at one of my conventions, which is called Racket X. It's like the PGA show, but the racket version of that convention. Something else I invest in. I'm all over this spot.
So now, what about like squash and racquetball?
Yeah.
Now, are you guys? So you're like brothers or cousins?
I would say cousins.
Your cousins.
I would cousins. Listen, we love all sports except pickleball.
Right.
Well,
the reason why I'm asking about squash is my friend's husband is a world famous squash player. His name Ned Edwards. Like, I think I want to connect you with Ned.
Yeah.
But, so the headquarters for the world squash, and they're always traveling all over the world. But Ned kind of created. He's the best squash player that ever has existed.
Yeah.
And I think that there's some similarities, and I want to connect you with Ned, because
if you've played squash or you play racquetball, you're good at paddle already, because most people who are tennis players are also good too, but they haven't played with the wall.
Right.
So racquetball and squash players have played with walls. So they know how to, okay, ball goes past you. All right, let's hit it back. I'm about to knock it over.
Yeah.
You know,
You get very excited
I'm saying,
about it,
I'm sorry.
obviously.
Hey,
okay.
a little performative out here.
Right.
So even tennis players are really good because they have, like, tennis is the mecca of racket sports.
Right.
So when you have somebody who comes out from tennis, I tell you, if there's 5 levels, they're already mid-tier. They're 3, 2 off rip. All they got to do is play a couple times, and they're legit.
What do people traditionally wear? So is it fashionable or is it?
It can be. It can be.
Okay.
But I would say you would come out there like in a tennis outfit.
Okay.
Like in a tennis
So
outfit.
So what I wear to
Tennis.
tennis, I would wear
You
a
would
paddle.
just wear the paddle. Yeah, whether it's you want to wear your nice dress, little corset,
Right.
cute one, you come out there, look good in the paddle gear. Or if it's a day where you just want to wear shorts, long baggy t-shirt,
Right.
little swaggy, like you do that, and it's I've been out there with hoodies on, I've been out there with pants on, yoga pants on, joggers, and it's one of those sports that you can wear really whatever you want, but if you come out there in tennis gear, you're in good gear to play. And it's a low barrier sport. Like no matter how, like I've been out there with kids. My kids are, I had them out there when they were 4 and 6.
Right.
They're 5 and 7 now, and they're like they can play. I go out there. I'll see teenagers playing with 3 of them. I'll hop in and be their 4th. All the way to I have this group of grandmas who play like for real, legit, like 60-year-old, 70-year-old women, and I go out there, have a ball with them, and have fun playing with them. So it's like it's a low barrier sport, low entry to playing, but hard to master. So it's so cool to go see the best play at an elite level where you're like, wow, we can't do that, but that's so amazing that we can still have fun. Like, what game can you mess up in and truly be laughing at each other, having fun? Like ice of golf. And golf isn't a game where you go out there with a new beginner and you say, oh, let's go out here and hit your shots. And by the time hole 3 and 4 get to it, you're like, all right now, come on.
Exactly.
Like,
Or beat it.
Just drive the car. Just drive the car, And mentally, they get in a position of not wanting to be there either because they're not good at it. They're not having fun. They're shanking the ball left and right. Let's get to the green so I can just putt.
Yeah.
Paddle's a game that you can literally have fun with, it being your first time. And what I love about it, why I got into investing in it, was those 2 numbers that I gave you with the stats. But there's more. 45% of the population who plays are women. 45% women play the game of paddle. And the retention rate is what gets you into the business. When somebody comes one time, the likeliness that you'll get them back a second time. Can you girls guess?
I'm guessing it's high, like
What do you think?
80%.
80%? What are you thinking?
Probably 95%.
Retention rates are hard. Like getting somebody back 40, 30, 50% is hard. 92% of the time, if you play one time, you'll come back the second time. Like you're talking about getting somebody back to your spot
fun.
a
That's
second
why.
time.
And
So it's dope. It's a good spot.
And so, all right, obviously, like my mother recently passed from dementia. So
Yeah.
one of the things
Okay.
that I want to talk about,
Yes.
because the best thing to do, my mom was a tennis player,
Yeah.
but obviously paddle sports
Yes.
and paddle,
Yes.
I believe, are what I have heard are the best things to do for your brain.
Absolutely.
There's nothing better.
Absolutely.
So how much of an emphasis do you play, like when you're educating people
Yeah.
on paddle
Yeah.
and obviously your mind, body, spirit, all those things
Yeah.
are important, but like the brain part of it.
Neuro.
Yeah.
Like, the neuroscience behind it is really big because a lot of us, we try to get our parents and grandparents to just walk, just the walking ability to use your muscles. But now if we can get them active, eyes tracking a ball here, there, knowing how to move, like the more likeliness that their brain is actually doing the work that's going to help them. And that's something big because even sometimes with my neighbors, I take them outside, I have them doing the ladder. I just have them walking the ladder drills that you might see an NFL player do because they'll tell me days later, like how much that has helped them just go up the stairs.
Yeah.
A lot of our parents are falling, grandparents fall down and that leads
That's
to
it.
almost it being it, Marnie,
A
like
fall
literally.
can really end people's lives. And if it doesn't end their life, then they are very fortunate, but they might be incredibly compromised and it will shorten their life.
So we know just a fall itself. So if we can get our our parents and grandparents to move, have fun with the sport, have their own community, the neuroscience really firing up and them understanding the center of gravity, knowing how to fall. Shoot, you might fall out there on the court, but you're learning how to do those things all over again and really building those muscle memories that we need. It's really big. And again, as you can use it for a child, getting their hand-to-eye coordination right. It's the same thing for an adult, when they're on that spot of getting older and needing to play, whether they're 50 years old plus. Like we all need to be getting that neuroscience moving down, that muscle memory that we once lost if we're not playing sports, and racket sports are the best. And I think paddles, again, you want to do things that you have fun in. And like it's small vicinity, 20 by 40 or 20 by 10 meters. Like you hit the ball, it hits the cage, you just grab it from there. Right. Tennis, you got to run over here. If you smacked it over the fence, oh my God,
you got to drag it to the other side.
So imagine a 20 by 10. Like you're finding yourself just collecting real close. You hit a ball, it hits the wall. You're laughing at your girl. Like that's the fun that you want these people to have when they're playing, as well as really being able to function at a high level.
I would think you would start to see an increase in the 55-plus communities that are going up, because there's so many 55-plus communities going up now.
There's senior tournaments. Yeah. There's senior tournaments, and they're really going at it.
Yeah.
Like I just seen a video like a month ago that was like a senior tournament of ladies that were like hooping.
I feel like this will surpass pickleball, because there's so many injuries with pickleball, and there's a lot of bending and just weirdness with pickleball.
Yeah, I mean, pickleball is its own sport, but I think paddle, I see a lot more people having real fun. Like a lot of pickleball, you got to really, for the most part, you're standing in one spot. Like you can move a little bit within this little court, but you're standing in one spot just dinking. Like paddle allows you to really move around, have fun, more exercise. You see more people laughing and networking around paddle. Paddle is literally taking amongst, the king of networking in golf. Like people are now going to paddle courts to now network. It's me, you, and one other person with you guys, and we're trying to see how do we act versus each other. You hit a good shot. Are you congratulating me? Are you mad? Are you happy to see me win? Like those are the type of things that people want to see inside of golf, and they have been seeing it, and I love it. I love it. Well, paddle.
So where in Charlotte can people find paddle courts?
Yeah. So I invest in one that's in Huntersville. Prosperity Athletic Club has 5 courts from Epic, and also you have Charlotte Paddle Club down south, which is in Matthews. They also partner with Charlotte Pickleball in tennis, which is Sharon Lakes. Okay. They have a couple inside of there for indoors. And those are the 3 spots you can find it right now. I know Rick Schnall is about to try to, open up one as well soon. Okay. So we're booming. Like it's gonna get big, and you're gonna find paddle courts everywhere. And the more paddle courts, the more players.
Yeah.
So it's inviting. Like for me, it's like, how do you get more people to play the game? We'll build more courts, build more facilities. There is no competition. We don't have room for competition right now. Like we're so far behind the ball. Like literally everybody else in the world is playing paddle, and the United States is like, oh, what's this new sport?
No, why do you think why is it that that we're so far behind from other countries with paddle?
Yeah, I think one, we just dominate in every other sport.
Yeah.
You name a sport, we dominate in it. And that's something that I've kind of seen. I also seen that other sports like, I'll say this, the sport of paddle in Spain, when I'm talking to these guys, they're telling me that they have in their apartment complexes, like their apartment complex that they grow up in, they have a little football, field, they have a basketball court, and then they have a paddle court. And like, this is what they grow up on.
So they grow up.
Yeah.
And we grew up on, you might have a field, but it's football, baseball, basketball. Like we have so many other sports, and soccer is literally kind of set, even third, fourth to us sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think paddle just gets lost in the mix.
And they have not had a good spokesperson, maybe.
I'm just saying,
I mean, I think that's part of it too, going out there and being the face of this sport.
Yeah.
I mean, football's had, we've had, Joe Namath back in the old days who really, faces, people that you see, Mean Joe Green, and then kids want to play football because of that. So I think that, Trey, you're going to go out there and be the face of paddle, and kids are going to be like, I want to be like Trey.
Yeah.
And I want to do that. And I think also, as a mom having kids, my boys played football, my daughter did horses, but moms, when we decide what sports our kids want to play, there is a little bit of like a gulp in your throat when you hear that your boys want to maybe play a sport that is a higher contact sport.
Yeah, you think head injury. Right?
So, there just is. Obviously, I love football. I would highly encourage mothers to let their children play football. I think it's the best team sport out there.
Yeah.
But that being said, not everybody's going to be comfortable with it. Yeah. So if they want to play another sport, I think it's a great way for moms, and typically moms are the decision makers in the house of because they're going to be spending a lot of time doing the hustling and the driving and whatever else. Yeah. So if there's a place that they could, take their children to go play a sport, and playing sports is great. And it still is a team sport if it's played in doubles and played. I think that there's a lot of great reasons why you would want your children to play paddle.
For sure. I'm telling you, again, man, to be able to just get kids out there and have fun with, that's what I love the sport for. I love being able to get to the kids, the women who, whenever you have kids, like, you got to give them experiences. Like, Alisa's been on trips with me, like, more, I think you were at a couple, like, whenever I'm around, like, we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. And even my girl took me down to Tampa Bay last year. Shout out to my girl and Randy. Took me down to Tampa Bay. And for me, it's fun. We had fun. It was just us three, and, we linked up with everybody else. But it's like, for me, I want to give people the experience of, everybody sees NFL players as like too distant. Like, can I talk to them? What do they act like? Should I ask them this question? And like, I like to take down that barrier and like, let's show people like we're regular people. For me, I love, just giving people that experience of just like, no, we're regular. I'm a normal guy. I can joke with you. I can ask about your family. Next time I see you, I'm going to show love to you. I pull up on the Hornets game. I text my girl, like, I don't see you in your seat. She's like, no, I'm here. Sends me the picture. Then they come up to me. Like, that's what I want. Like, I want to build
it's like family.
Family. Like, that's the word I'm going for.
I think you're an incredible ambassador, certainly for the Carolina Panthers. And they're very fortunate to have somebody who really understands what it's like to have been on the field and now carrying that legacy. That's why you're a legend, because you can carry that legacy off the field and then continue to be an entrepreneur. Like, I think that, and we talked about this before we got started, but being an athlete is you're an entrepreneur every day.
Absolutely.
So you have to figure out how you're going to transition from, high school, then to college, then professional, then what? And that is incredibly entrepreneurial. Not everybody handles it that well. But when people come out to you in the public, Trey, what is the question that most people ask you?
Let's see. Like, the number one question would be like, "Are you Trey Boston?"
Yeah.
I see you everywhere.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's literally the next thing is like, Trey, you're everywhere. Like, what aren't you doing? Is like literally a question I get all the time. And for me, it's like, I feel that way too. It's like, whatever God wants for me on my plate, it's like I'm trying to do. I tell people all the time, like, I don't have a job, but I'm never unemployed. I'm always working somewhere, whenever I want, how I want. And I love just being able to have the flexibility of doing this stuff. But for me, people are also going to ask for pictures, and they know that who's going to give them to them. Like, Trey Boston's going to get a picture with you. I'm going to love on you. I'm going to ask you if you come up to me and say, you notice me, do you want a picture? Because some people feel like, I met them, but do I ask for a picture?
Right.
It's like,
hard to ask.
it's hard, you know what I'm saying? Like, and for me, I know that, so if I know that, it's like, why not help them out, get this picture if their family's in it. If it's just us two, hey, you got any kids, I'll send a little video, shout out to the kids, like, that's my big thing is like, I want to be able to give people experiences because, you never know who in life, with one smile, you can change their day, you can change their life. Change their life. And, one thing I heard is when you talk to one person, you have the ability to help 4 others. So if you're talking about changing one person's life and getting to 5 in total, like, that's what we're about.
And it helps us too.
Yeah.
I always think that whenever people call me and ask me for help or ask me for something, I'm like, thank you, first of all, that I'm somebody that you want to, that you trust enough that like you want me to do something. But I'm always the one, I feel like I'm typically the one that ends up feeling like I got helped. So I'm like, that is such a great feeling. All right. So Fort Myers, your family, is your family still in Fort Myers?
Yeah.
And obviously they're very proud of you
They try
and
to
all
be.
of your accomplishments. But where do you think, like, so your mom and your dad, like all of this great positive thinking and positive outlook on life, not everybody is blessed to have that. We have that. So it's very, you know, we can sit here and really relate to each other. But so your mom and your dad, what was the history growing up in Fort Myers?
For me, I grew up with a single mother. Single mother. My mom taught me to be thankful for what you have. And I grew up going to Salvation Armies, going to food kitchens and giving back. You know, somebody who would, you know, quote unquote, live in the hood. She would still make sure that we understood, like, yeah, you have what you need, not always what you want. And, you know, as I grew up, I took appreciation for that. You know, that's why I treat people the way, you know, not only I want to be treated, but you know, I try to treat them better. Like, you know, when you come to something, leave it better than you found it. Like, that's me every time I wake up. Like, I'm trying to make the world a better place. And if it's by a smile, if it's by shaking a hand, if it's by a picture, if it's by treating people the right way, like God called us to treat people, be the fruits of the Spirit, be loving, be kind, be peaceful, be gentle, like have self-control, like all these fruits of the Spirit. Like, man, I appreciate my mother for showing me that way. And then I just got to a point in life where, you know, I found it for myself and truly was in my word and reading for myself to understand that there's another level that God wants for us. And for me, it's trying to take it to the next level, trying to really die to my flesh, crucify the man that I am and be born again and unlearn the things that we learn in this world. Hey, you know, even as women, how hard is it to have an identity that people are going to try to throw on you, whether it's this outfit doesn't look good or you don't look good in this or, oh, you're this, when God is like, God called us, you know, beloved children. You know, he called us loved. He called us chosen. He called us redeemed. You know, we're out here looking for our values and identities in this world when Jesus Christ literally gave us these values when we read it. And I take pride in really trying to go by the book and leading from the front, like really leading from the front. And it's a blessing to be able to do these things, to be able to be who I am, because I really do. I know the power that I come with. I really do. And I try to truly harness that for good and really leave people in a better place than I found them and leave them with a good experience, like I say.
I mean, you're doing that. I mean, the state motto, and I talk about this, Alisa knows, I say this all the time, but the state motto of North Carolina is Latin, S-A-E-S-S-E, quam, Q-U-A-M, videre.
Okay.
And the translation of that, which you are doing, is to be rather than to seem.
Yeah. Amen.
And I think that is so, that's what's so authentic. And again, like, I'm excited to watch paddle take off, not padel, paddle
Yeah, there
take
we go.
off.
There you go, Marnie.
And I think you're an incredible ambassador for that. And also, you know, having a single mom, I had a single mom, I am a single mom. Like, there's a cluster of us that really, you know, we definitely take pride in that position too. But certainly for your mom to take a look at her son and say, wow, you know, look at all these things that you've accomplished and that you're continuing to accomplish. And it's in a really genuine, authentic way. It's very exciting.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure people get very excited when they see number 33,
hey, you
walking around.
Give them a reason.
You know.
Give them a reason, you know. And that's the biggest thing. Give them a reason to be excited about you, you know. And one thing I learned is people aren't supposed to clap for you of what you did 5 years ago. You know, if you're the same person you were 3 years ago, like, why am I still clapping for you the same? Like, you got to give people something to clap for. And that's us renewing ourselves each and every year, growing, getting bigger and better. And that's something that I just want to continue to do. Also, I got something for you. Tennis lovers.
What?
I'm an ambassador and potential owner of a team next year, but there's a league called Intense Tennis going down in Atlanta. And I knew I'd come to y'all because I know y'all love tennis, you and Randy. And it's a team formatted tennis league called Intense, 2 N's. And I'm letting you know, this is like legit. I'm talking DJ during the game, a light show.
That's all you need. You can stop at DJ.
Oh, listen,
I'm there.
it's legit. So
tennis racket
I'm just letting you know it's legit. So it just reminded me of something else that I'm in.
Is it just like a one-time thing? It's just
no,
a weekend thing?
No, it's a weekend thing, and it starts June, the first weekend of June. June like 4th through 6th is the first opening weekend. Every weekend after that, I'll make it down to Atlanta. I'll actually call some games, color analyst a few games, do some crowd interactions.
Cool.
So it's gonna be dope. And then I'll be trying to bring a team here to Charlotte the year after. So just some insider right there. That's some insider stuff right there. You know.
All right. Well, two things actually. All right. So number 33, that's God's number.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
So
Amen.
All right, okay.
Okay.
All right,
Listen.
So what's the story with that?
People are like, "Oh man, 33, you play football?" I'm just like, "No, it's the age that Jesus Christ died for us." They're like, "Okay." You know, some people are like, "Okay," and then I just keep walking. But they're like, "Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I love it." Then I'll be like, "Okay, I play football too."
Yeah.
You know, but it was given to me. It really was.
Mm-hmm.
It was given to me. And I just kind of took off with it. And you know, for me, it is a sign of importance. So to be able for people to be like, "Oh, 33, what's that mean?" And I just get to tell them like, "Yes, hey, Jesus Christ died for us."
That's right.
And just like that's my start. That's my start of being able to share the gospel with them. And if they want it, if they want to talk to the football player, they got to talk to me about God first. You know, and if they don't, I just let them go about their day. Like, "Oh, what's 33 for?" "Oh, it's just, you know, Jesus Christ died, you know, the age he died for." And they just walk, "Oh, okay." It's like, "All right, have a good day." But it's most people who are like, "Oh yeah, dude, that's cool." I'm just like, "I didn't know that." I was like, "Yeah, let me teach you more, dude."
That's
so
right.
it's a conversation starter. So
It is
I
definitely
really do.
a conversation.
I love it. I love
it. I do too. I love it. 33. Merrill Hodge was also number 33.
Yeah.
There aren't a lot of 33s out there.
It can be a stanky number on the field, you know what I mean? You got to really make it yours, you know what I mean? And I appreciate it, like really making it mine. So like anytime anybody's in 33 around here, they're like, "Oh, that's Trey Boston's number."
Yeah.
And then somebody gets out of it because they're like, "I don't really like it." I loved it.
Yeah.
Trey.
Good for you.
33.
All right. And then with the tennis, okay, so we probably have all heard that song, Philadelphia Freedom.
Yeah.
Okay, Elton John.
Yeah.
This is my little piece of trivia.
Talk to me.
So that song was written about the Philadelphia Freedom, which was the tennis team that Billie Jean King played on in the 70s.
Wow.
So Elton John was very good friends with Billie Jean King. And she was on a professional tennis team.
Yeah.
And they were called the Philadelphia Freedom.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Look at you with a little bit of
I know.
trivia right
I
there.
could play Trivial Pursuit,
Come
you know,
on,
with a
come
bunch of
on.
facts that may or may not be interesting. But I think we need to get a theme song then for what the point is, saying that Elton John did that song, which became a hit. And everybody doesn't, I mean, people don't know that it was written specifically for the Philadelphia Freedom tennis team.
Yeah.
But I think with the DJ, maybe you guys need to come up with a
I'm just
song.
saying, we can figure something out.
We need
For,
some tennis,
you know,
tennis in Charlotte.
Listen, it's
There's a huge tennis community here.
I think DaBaby needs to write the theme song.
There we go.
I'm
there
thinking
we go.
DaBaby needs to do what Elton John did for Philadelphia Freedom.
I think we can.
So-
talk
I think
into it.
Alisa, yeah, I think we have to
Alisa,
connect right
I
here.
think,
Yeah,
I can generate the ideas. Now we need to execute them.
Yeah.
I think she get it done. I think
Yeah.
she get it done for us. So
Yes.
yeah, it's going to be high intensity. It's great. Different type of format that even winners count as 2 points. So it's like it's dope. Like co-ed, like men and women on the court. Like I got to play with them at my Racket Racket X convention.
Film some of this and put it
Oh,
on.
I'm gonna film. You know, I'm gonna be
I gotta
content.
check
You know,
this out.
that's what they pay your boy for. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'm gonna film some content for sure. Be out there, and you know, hopefully we get y'all out there. Maybe take a big drive together. And
would love it.
oh, you know,
A big
actually we could
fly
take.
together.
Yeah, I'm about to say. You know, we don't drive no more. You know what I'm saying? That's just a 45-minute fly. You know what I'm saying? We'll take that out there. But yeah, it's dope stuff. So it's like I'm always doing something. Or, you know, caddy last week with, you know, Truist Championship, you know.
Well, hopefully we'll
out.
get you for another football 101.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
thoroughly
man,
enjoyed.
we
That
had a
was-
good time out
I
there.
learned, you know, I think, I mean, I grew up in football, but
Yeah.
I still learned a lot
did
from the
Yeah.
football 101. So there were things that
I love doing
were-
those with y'all
it
for
was-
real.
That was
like
fun.
again, like being able to teach women sports and being able to have a personality that wants to interact with you guys.
Right.
Like that's so big. It's like, can you not in a disrespectful way, but like dumb down the game, like really give them pointers to where they can watch the game and know what to do and what to say and how to act and
Well, there's more and more women doing fantasy football leagues. I'm
Yeah,
going to start
yeah.
one. I've been in one for the past three and
Exactly.
a half, 4 years. I'm going to start my own this year, so
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
so why not?
And I feel like people need to know about football.
Well, I think also when you know about something, you become interested in it.
Yeah.
And so if you don't know what's going on, it's really hard to really enjoy what it is.
Yeah.
So learning a little bit, obviously I write kids books about sports.
For
So
sure,
for me,
for sure.
it's like I always say sports, and certainly football is really the universal language.
Yeah.
If you can speak a little bit of sports, and you don't need to speak a lot, but a little bit of sports, it will help you. It's helped me in my entire life, but understanding a little bit of sports will get you in places you want to be in and out of places, like, sorry, officer, are you a Panthers fan?
You know what I'm saying? I ain't had to use it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had to use it, but I will say that, I have been recognized, while, maybe pulled over once or twice, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They said I was speeding, but that's not true.
No,
it's
of course
true.
not.
It's
Yeah.
not true. Not true.
No.
Drive a Jeep, you know what I'm saying? Those things can't even speed.
can't.
Can't even speed.
That's
you know
right.
what
They
I'm saying?
can't.
Can't
No,
speed.
they
I'm
can't
just saying.
speed.
I'm just
There's
saying,
no way.
officer. It didn't happen. It didn't happen.
That's right.
I love it. I
All
love
right,
it.
so
We believe you.
We're gonna
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
sign up for some paddle.
There you go. There you go.
Paddle.
Come on, Lisa. There you go.
Well, I've been
You
so
got it.
used to saying padel.
No, it's paddle.
So I
We
just
got
think
you. We
paddle.
got you now. And now you have your
Paddle.
reasons why.
Paddle.
Paddle.
Yep.
So we're going to sign up for some paddle. Marnie lives up at the lake, so she's near
I'll meet you in
Huntersville.
Huntersville. Perfect.
Yeah, I'll come up there.
I think
meet
Lake
her.
Norman might have one court too.
Oh, really?
Lake
Okay.
Norman over there has one court.
All right, great.
Just
Well,
thought
that
about
is
that.
exciting. That's very exciting.
Just thought about that.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
All right, well, you'll have to let me know.
Yeah, we need to-
I'll research
We'll
it.
meet in the middle because we got to
We
meet at Huntersville. We got to meet at Huntersville so
Yeah.
we can all play.
And we'll
Okay.
play.
I got y'all.
Perfect.
Okay.
I'll bring the
Wonderful.
wife out.
All
I'm
right.
letting you know I don't take it easy. I'm kicking y'all's butt too.
I know.
right.
It's all right.
That's
I
it.
don't.
But we'll
you
have
know,
fun.
Right.
I promise
no
we'll have
mercy.
fun.
Like no mercy.
We'll
We're
have
not.
fun.
Just.
Little mercy. Little mercy.
I mean, yeah. I
Little.
mean, when I'm like crying on the
just-
ground.
I wanna burn some calories. We'll have fun, but I want to burn
Listen,
some calories.
in one game,
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
one game you can absolutely burn over 1,000 calories.
That's
Oh,
great.
sign me up.
And literally an hour to an hour 30.
Yeah.
I've lost 2,300 calories in literally 2.5 hours in a
kidding
game.
me.
No. Listen, you can. I had Jay Stu out there one time, Jonathan Stewart. His very first time out there, he looked like he was leaving a training camp.
Yeah.
I'm talking drenched shorts. Like I get to the point where sometimes like my shoes
Get
are like
slippery?
in training camp, like
Yeah.
you like
When you
wet,
feel the
like
water.
no, when the water's actually dripping
Yeah.
out, not just like feel the water. Like
And it's not from being outside and it being hot outside. It's from the exercise.
no, it's from really working and running around. It's I'm
Okay.
telling you, you'll have so much fun, and you'll then ask like, can we play longer?
Okay.
Like it's not even a sport where you're like, all right, I'm done.
We're trying
we're
it.
Yeah.
done.
Okay. Good. I can't wait.
Get
I'm
on.
telling you.
What's
All
that
right.
site we have to get on to get our clothes?
Oh,
Or
get
our
Racket
paddle?
Central.
Racket
Racket
Central.
Central.
Racket
Okay.
Central.
RacketCentral.com. You know what I'm saying?
We'll link it. Racket
Hey,
Central.
don't worry. You know, I'm actually coming out with a brand. You know.
Okay. I was just gonna
Well,
ask.
I'm actually coming out with a brand, so y'all be on the look.
I know.
I'll get y'all some paddles,
Okay.
and we'll play with the exclusive
Yep.
Mr.
Trey Boston.
Porquattro.
Okay.
Mr.
Trey Boston
Porquattro paddles.
paddles.
Yes, I
Okay.
got y'all. So I'll tell you, we're on the come up.
Okay,
We're on
so
the come
stay
up.
tuned for
Stay
this
tuned.
new brand coming out.
Stay tuned.
That's
we got
right.
y'all. We
All
got
right.
y'all.
Will there be a 33 on the equipment?
Not on the paddle. You know,
Okay.
we're gonna go a little different avenue, but we'll have fun with it. I'm pretty sure it'll show up somewhere somehow. But it's for the people. Want to give people something that they can be proud of. In every other sport, you can't play with any of their the names that you're playing with. You're a tennis player, Babolat, Wilson. You can't play with those. Who is Mr. Wilson? Who is Mr. Babolat? Who is Mr. Knox? You know, Mr. Porquattro is what they call me. You'll be able to play with our gear and me going around internationally this year, just holding kids and women's camps across the world, and just bringing people into the sport of paddle. So
I love it.
I can't wait. I
Yeah.
can't wait.
We're excited
Well,
for what.
Well,
what all
excited
you got
thank
to
going
you.
on.
watch your journey
Yeah.
on social media too.
Come on, man. I'll be in the UK this weekend.
Okay.
Next weekend,
Everybody
I'll be.
follow.
Oh, come on.
We're going to be
Yeah.
crossing over the Atlantic. We're leaving next week for.
Are you?
Yep.
See, next week I got to come back and then I
We're
go
leaving
to
on the
Texas. I got to go to Texas, you know what I'm saying, playing another paddle tournament.
Yep.
Like, hey, I'm all over. I'm all over, baby.
That's right. That's the way you do it.
exciting.
That's what I
you
do.
know,
That's what I
to
do.
do big things, you got to do big things.
And that's what we're doing is big things. I love
That
it.
was not my quote. That's Coach Dick Vermeil.
Okay.
He said that. But
Say less.
you know,
We'll
yeah.
take it.
Exactly.
We'll
to do
take
big
it.
things, you got it. So Trey, you're doing lots of big things. So
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
For being an ambassador, being a great advocate,
Yes.
being a great father and a great son,
Yes.
and obviously a great
husband.
There
and
we
a
go.
great Great football player.
I love that one. Can't you leave that one out
I
for the
know.
wife, man?
Yeah.
You know?
You can't.
Hey, great husband. You heard that,
Great.
babe.
I
You
know.
heard
So
that.
is your wife still playing paddle with you?
She got to watch the kids sometimes. You
Okay.
know, I be out there hooping. You know, she's gonna come to the UK with me, so
Okay.
I might have her on the court a little bit.
Got it.
You know, but I'm letting y'all know, like, yeah, somebody got to watch the kids while I get into action. Like I get for real.
Well, I'm sure she is very proud of you and
Yes.
happy to take care of the children.
Yes.
And provide that for them too.
No,
So that's
we
always
love it.
great.
We love
Yes.
it.
All
I
right,
appreciate y'all.
Thank you for joining. Thank you everyone for Bench to Bold. I'm Marnie.
And I'm Alisa.
And I'm Trey.
Yep, that's right. Thanks everyone. We'll see you soon on the paddle court.
Let's go. Vamos.
Yes.